It is early in the morning in the city of Port Perro. The sun is just coming up. Everything is peaceful, as most of the city's inhabitants are still asleep. Most of the city guard are asleep too, but a few are on duty. You guys are among those few. You are on patrol through the quiet streets, and you're halfway through an uneventful shift. The patrol route that you take takes you past a familiar building, the city guard armoury, where the guards' weapons, shields, and armour are stored. Now, there is normally a guard on duty outside this building, and the last time your route took you past this building, about 20 minutes ago, you'd seen your friend Julio, your friend and colleague Julio, outside on duty and said hello to him. But this time, as you pass, he is not there, and his post is deserted, and the door is closed.
Oh. Perhaps we should investigate.
Isn't Julio pronounced Julio?
No.
Or is this an ancient?
Look, I've created this entire world. It's up to me how it's pronounced.
Okay.
So I think we should investigate what's happened to him.
Should we call out for him?
Yes, let's call out for him. Let's say Julio.
Okay, you don't hear, nobody replies, but you hear a sort of scurrying from deep within the building.
Oh,
okay. Shall we go and investigate the door? We're just going to have a good look around outside, just like scan around as we're walking.
Yeah, look for
walk towards the front door.
Handprints, drop things.
Nothing suspicious, and just go in and
should we
see
go
what
in?
happened to Julio.
Okay, who's going in first?
Me?
Lashana's going in first. Okay, so Lashana turns the handle, opens the door. There's no light on inside. But you can see that there are windows with bars on them.
Dark.
Yes, you've got good vision anyway. So you look around.
Do we need like torches or anything? Is there any torches on the wall?
Lashana can see in the dark anyway, but it's not that dark. It's there's
like a warehouse almost, or
it's a big, it's like a warehouse.
I'm going to call out his name.
Okay, you're pronouncing it Julio.
Julio.
Yeah, that's right, because that's how it's pronounced.
Can I try Julio just in case we've got it wrong?
No.
Julio.
What if there is foul play and we alert someone to the fact that we're there?
Too late, we've already shouted Julio out.
We've already shouted.
You can hear something moving around in the corner of the room, and as you look around, are you all entering the room? Can I assume?
I'm going to
call or are you all hiding behind?
No, I'm going to be braver this time because you told us off being too slow last time, so I'm just going to go for it this time and accept that we're going to walk into some traps.
Okay, so as you step in, as your eyes get used to the gloom, you notice that there's a lot of swords and armors and things have been sort of knocked over, and they're lying around, and it appears as though a lot of them have sort of corroded away.
Oh.
So there's a few swords which have only got handles left. And
can we scan for magic here? Is that something we can do?
Could they have been there for so long?
You've got a spell?
Corroded, or
no, the guard doesn't keep swords that have corroded away.
No, okay.
Have we gone through some kind of time portal, or is it more likely that something has corroded them? Someone has.
What if there's like seawater or something that is like a seawater monster?
Or acid, or.
Okay. As you're standing around taking in the environment, you hear a noise in the corner as a suit of armor falls to the ground, and then you hear another crash, and you realize that something is rushing towards you. So if you could roll for initiative, please.
Yes.
Was that D20?
Yes, please.
I can't use my phone anymore because I've burnt my thumb. I've burnt my fingerprints off on my thumb.
19 plus 2.
19.
For Lashana.
So what do you want? D20?
Yes, please. Also 19 for Thea.
But I'm 19 plus 1, not plus 2.
You must have that on so that it shows the mirror image, right? Mine shows the mirror image.
I think it's because the rest of us have set our
Yeah.
screens, or mine
No,
has, to flip.
It shows the mirror image to you, but for everyone else sees it the right way around.
Oh.
So I've got 4 plus 3, so I've got 7.
So I've got 21.
Okay.
Beat that.
The creature you see rushing towards you, it's coming towards you on 4 legs. It looks like a sort of giant woodlouse. It's a sort of orange, reddy orange color.
Is it a trilobite?
It looks a little bit like a trilobite, but it's not.
Those are so
I'll show you a
cool.
picture of it.
Sorry. Spare me a geek moment.
Well, I've got my shield and I've got my sword, should I need it.
Ah!
Oh,
It's like a giant flea.
it is, isn't it?
Ooh.
Oh.
He's ugly. Tell him I'm gonna say to him that he's ugly. While I'm losing initiative. While everyone else is fighting him, I'm gonna say you're ugly.
Are
Right,
you
so
going?
it's rushing towards you, and it looks as though it might be going to attack. But
Right, well,
Okay.
I've got my sword and my shield and I've got Suzanne by my side. And
I'm not by your side, I'm behind you.
are you going to? Is Theo
with
going to?
a
Is
magic
Luciana?
flame behind me.
I'm going to be attacking with my crossbow, so I don't have to be right up close.
All
But
right,
I'm starting to load I'm loading my crossbow and getting ready.
Okay.
Is Luciana going to attack?
Yes, indeed.
Can you give me a D20?
Should I try throwing a flame at it while it's still out of range?
Well, I thought
Okay.
that
Well, it's
was
your
my
turn next,
21, Stephen. Have
Okay.
I got it? I might not get the same again.
D20, please. 5. Okay, so you swing at it with your sword, but it steps back and avoids the attack. Theo, could you give it a D20,
All right.
please?
I'm gonna throw a sacred flame at it, and a 9.
A 9. Sacred flame. Actually, the creature has to do a saving throw against the sacred flame rather than you doing an attack. So I'm going to roll dice here. And
It says dexterity saving throw or 1d8 damage.
okay, so the flame hits it, and it takes some damage. I'm not going to tell you how much. Doesn't like it though. It squeals.
Does it slow it down at all?
It's definitely it's done it some harm.
Okay.
Well done.
Is it his turn next?
Yes. So it attacks Theo.
Dang.
But Theo easily steps to the side and it misses. Plim.
I'm not sure how you hold a crossbow like this.
Okay, can you give me a D20, please? That's how you hold a crossbow, by rolling a D20.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Oh, first time to
Yay!
get 19.
Okay.
Plus whatever bonuses I have if you need them.
And could you also give me a D8, please?
Oh, I got a 1, but it's okay because I've got lucky
No,
reroll
that's
ones.
No,
No,
not on damage, I don't think.
no, actually, no, it is. It's just on D20s, it says.
Oh.
Okay, so I got a 1 plus
Plus 5.
1d8 plus 5, so it's actually 6.
Yeah. So your arrow thuds into it, and it's covered in. It's got a sort of natural armor. It's got like an exoskeleton, but your arrow manages to hit it between the plates and sinks into it, and it squeals. As your arrow hits, however, you notice the arrow then disintegrates, or at least the arrowhead disintegrates,
It's kind of acid, isn't it? That it's,
and the arrow itself falls to the ground.
So this is the creature.
That's what's corroded the.
It's corroding the metal.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Now
And
that takes
is
you by
there,
But we don't want to
surprise a
touch
little
that, do we?
bit. Takes you by surprise a little bit, and while you're surprised, you suddenly notice there's another creature in the room, and it's seen the commotion, and it's rushing towards you to attack as well.
Is it possible to run and lose it somewhere in the armory? Is that or do we have to fight through it to go find
I get the
Julio?
impression
Julio?
I get the impression they're not all that strong, and we're better off just fighting them.
I think the fire was what scared it, wasn't it?
Lashana, it's your turn now. Do you want to attack?
Do I get a second attack?
So I'm going to attack again.
Yes, hold on. Plim does get.
I get my sneak attack.
Plim gets a sneak attack. No, hang on.
Between-
You only get that. Hang on.
I think I get it.
You can
Sneak
deal
attack once per turn. When you
Yeah.
hit a creature with a dexterity-based attack,
You
such
deal
as a crossbow,
1d6 extra damage. Yes.
you have advantage on the attack roll, and you can deal an extra 1d6 damage. Am I rolling or are you?
Hold on. You don't need advantage if there is another enemy within reach. You can roll it. 1d6, please.
3.
Okay. Okay. Lashana, are you attacking?
I am indeed, yes.
You could give me
With
a
my
D10.
long sword and my shield.
If you attack with a sword though, and you hit it with your sword, won't it just dissolve your sword?
Well, I'm not going to leave it in. I'm going to just take my sword straight through it and bring it out.
Do we have anything else? Do we have anything?
Well, I've got a spear.
Magical?
but
She's
the
got a
thing
spear, but then she would lose
No,
the spear as
but
well.
then it would lose the spear. Yeah.
Could you give me a d20, please?
+2.
Okay, you've missed again, I'm afraid.
Oh,
It's
That's
dodge.
okay, your sword is fine.
my sword.
save your sword.
There's always that.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go in again with
No,
my
hang on. You've got
sacred flame.
+4. You've got +4 with your longsword.
Have I? Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I have. Yes, 14.
Right. So you hit.
Okay.
Could you give me a d8, please?
You see?
Six, 10. Okay, so your sword hits it and cracks a big hole in its armor, and it's extremely wounded now, and it screams in pain, and it's staggering around, and it looks like it's near death. However, as you pull your sword back, you realize that it has corroded. It is, and from now on, when you use that sword, you're going to have -1 on your attack and damage roll.
Oh dear. Let's finish it off, guys.
We're in
Forever,
the armory. Surely we can get more
forever, or just for this game?
Forever.
until you find a new one, presumably. Well, maybe you'll find a new one.
In the armory. Or maybe Liza will get you one.
Yeah, maybe the guard might replace it if we
So
do
all of
if we're
these-
well behaved.
If
All
we
of
do a
this
good
armor
job.
lying around has been perhaps these men fighting this creature.
Maybe
So
that's true.
what's happening? Bailey's turn.
So it's my turn, and I think we're going to try to finish it off. And I'm wondering if I can direct my sacred flame at the chink in its armor, and aim it that way.
You know, it might be a
Don't
good
forget,
animal.
there are 2 of them there now, but you're going to focus on the injured one.
Should we? So now that
Yeah,
oh,
why
that's
don't
true,
why
there
don't
are
you
2.
why don't you, if the other one is injured, it's not going to do much. Why don't we divert to
Well, it's Theo's,
divert your flame
Theo's
to
choice.
that one?
It's Theo's choice.
I do have a guiding bolt as well, but I think it's a one use that does a bunch of damage, but the next attack gives the next attack advantage as well. Anything within the same turn. So Suzanne, that would give you your attack advantage as well.
Who
No,
are you
okay.
attacking, Theo?
I'm going to attack the fresh one.
Okay.
Is it the
And
same
let's-
again?
Let's throw just the regular sacred flame at it and see what
Okay.
that does.
Your sacred flame hits it, and it screams in pain, and you do damage. What is it? 1d8. I lost it.
That was my okay. Let's see, 1d8. That's
1d8. damage, yeah.
and
Could you give me a 1d8, please?
2.
Okay.
Unless the guy does a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, it failed the dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Plim, what are you up to?
How is the other one? Is the first one still attacking us, or is it
Yep.
backed off?
Yeah, they're both
What?
attacking you. They're both attacking you. Oh, hang on, sorry, it's the creature's attack now, isn't it? Sorry, I've missed
Oh
the
yeah.
line. Right. So the first one, the injured one, attacks Theo. Just gonna roll this dice. And what's Theo's armor class?
Armor class is 15.
Theo manages to step aside and it misses. The other one attacks Lashana and hits Lashana and bites into Lashana's leg.
She can get the corrosion stuff. Is her leg going to
Mm.
disintegrate?
Now the
Alright.
damage, she's got to take hit points damage of, here we are, 4 hit points damage.
Bless you.
And in the scuffle, your shield brushes against the side of the creature, and your shield now is on -1 as well, as it starts to rust away a little bit.
Okay, so do you think I should finish off the first one? Because we're not fighting two of them.
The shield is actually on a +1, so perhaps I could just take my +1 off.
Yes.
I think I should finish off the first one because we don't want to be fighting two of
Okay,
them. So
so-
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Give me a D20
because
then.
you can direct yours as well with your bolts. You can tell where you can determine where it goes.
9 plus some other stuff. 9 plus 5.
That's also a hit. So your arrow hits it and kills it. Doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, is that the first one or the second one?
That's the first
That's the
one.
first
So
one.
I still have a sneak attack. I presumably can't attack another one with my sneak attack.
No, you can only attack the same one.
But I can do either a dash, a disengage, a hide, or a dodge. Are any of those useful, do you think?
You could assume it's going to attack you and step aside or dodge or something.
Okay, so I'm gonna dodge.
You're a bit
if it-
further back, aren't you? I'm assuming you're a bit
Yeah.
further back and
Oh,
out.
yeah, because I've got my crossbow. But
So-
it might be that one is approaching me because it's coming from behind or something. So that one might be near me.
Wait,
but anyway, I'm
would you
gonna-
get another attack though? Or
We're back to
only?
Lashana
Not on
again
a
now.
different. But I'm
Okay.
gonna use my dodge if it attacks me on the next turn.
Okay, it's not going to though because you're a bit out of the way.
Well, I'm got to go in with my my long sword and shield again, haven't I?
Okay.
So I'm not on -1 for my shield because I've taken off my +1.
Right, but you're on -1 to your armor class generally,
Okay,
but you're attacking.
I am with my long sword and
Yes.
shield. +2. Oh no, it's +4.
Okay, so you 3 now actually.
Yeah.
Your sword cracks into his armor again and does it some significant damage. Could you give me a D8, please? A 1. But you get +3, so that's 4 damage. Theo, your turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna throw
also,
some-
sorry. Also, you get another -1 to your sword.
Mm. We are gonna have to find you some new stuff in the armory here, aren't we? But we'll cross that bridge after we survive this. All right, I'm going to throw my sacred flame at it again.
Okay, I'm going to give it a
The new
saving
one.
throw. This time, it manages to step aside and avoid the flame, so you don't hit it. And it attacks you back.
Mm.
But you manage to avoid being hit as well. Flame, your turn.
Does it not get a turn?
Yes. I'm
Sorry,
just
guys.
here. No, hang on, no, it just had its turn.
You just had a turn, it missed.
Oh, it attacked me.
Missed,
Okay,
yes.
sorry.
Yeah, there's only one
I
of them.
thought that was just, I thought that happened as part of my turn because I threw at it and missed. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
Plim,
I got an 8.
Plim fires an arrow and it goes way too high and thuds into one of the walls.
Shoot.
Lashana, your turn.
Back in with my sword and
Okay, give me a
shield.
D20. Okay, you miss.
Plus
You?
2.
You?
More flames.
Go on then. I'll roll. What's the roll it needs?
Dexterity saving throw or 1d8 damage. I don't know what that creature needs.
It's the flame hits it and it's wounded, but it's carrying on the attack. And now it attacks Theo again.
Has it got it? Isn't it? It's not its turn.
It is after Theo.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Let's
try.
It reaches round and bites Theo in the side.
Oh,
And, Theo takes damage of 6. And your chainmail armor starts to corrode, and you lose -1 to your armor.
Okay.
Plim,
12 plus 5.
that's more like it. Can you give me a D8, please?
Pippa.
5 plus 5 is 10. And then I get a sneak attack
Just
of
D6.
another 5. 15.
And the creature,
Go on, Plim.
Plim's hit it right between the eyes, and it falls down dead.
Yay!
hurrah, hurrah.
Okay.
So will
Okay.
my sword stand up for the rest of this game? It's still not.
It's going to be all your damage is going to be still there until you replace the equipment.
Okay.
But we are in the armoury, so hopefully we'll find some undamaged weapons at some stage while we're looking around and we can swap them.
Okay. Now the two creatures have done a lot of damage, and a lot of the swords and a lot of the armor has been ruined. It appears they've been turning them into rust and then eating the rust. That's what they do, these things.
Oh, and that's why they're all orange, because of the iron in their
Oh, good
food.
point.
That's why flamingos
So-
are pink, because of the shrimp. Anyway.
Yes. Lashana, could you, I'm assuming you're going to look around for a new sword, are you?
I would like to, yes.
Could you give me a D20? Okay, so you're poking around looking for a new sword and you don't find a new sword. However, what you do find horrifies you. It's the body of Julio
Oh,
thrown into a corner of the room.
can I check to see if he's still alive?
No, he's dead. He appears to have been stabbed.
Does Julio have a sword?
No.
How
I'm a
pragmatic.
thief! I'm a thief! It's the first thing I think of. I need points.
No, he had a spear.
What's it?
He had a
He had
spear.
he had a spear.
Yeah.
I've always
Right.
got a spear.
Okay. So who stabbed him though? Because those creatures don't look like they're stabby.
So those creatures have just been
creatures.
utilised by the
Those
real
are-
body, maybe.
Yep, those
They're
are
just
bitey
guards.
creatures.
Hmm.
And so we now need to find out who is the one doing the stabbing.
Is there anything else in the room we need to know about, or any exits?
No. It's
I
just-
think
it's
we
as-
should
it's as
start
you would
checking
expect. I mean,
behind things,
you've been in
behind
here before.
crates
You
and
know.
boxes.
You know the room, and it looks sort of standard. It looks normal. apart
It's
from
just
the
a
fact that
single
there's-
room, the building. The whole building's just got one room in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a big room, a big warehouse where everything's kept. Yeah, everything is normal apart from the fact that there's two enormous dead fleas there, and
And a dead
and your
Julia.
dead friend Julia.
And lots of corroded
Is there anywhere
weapons.
someone could hide? Is there anywhere a creature that's human sized could be hiding behind racking or anything like that?
Give me a d20.
14.
Okay, you search the
What
room.
would I
and-
be adding to that? Perception is 3.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helps,
You search the room thoroughly, and you're quite confident there's nothing else in the room.
Okay.
including the
So we have to
ceiling.
leave.
So we should leave the room, there's nothing else there, and go and report what we found.
Yeah. So, but see, if we came in and the door was shut, then why were they in there? Did they steal something? It's hard to tell because everything's
The armor
rusted.
is what they feed on.
Yeah.
They
Well, that's why
want
the
Okay,
books
so
were
if
there,
it's-
but why was whoever stabbed Julio there?
And how did the bugs get shut in there? Somebody must have locked them in. Was that a diversion to keep us distracted? Let's go back outside and look around and see if anything's been lit on fire, if there's anything else going on, if there's a big
Okay.
mob
So
outside.
you step outside, and as I say, it's very early hours of the morning. The sun's only just come up, and there's no signs of life at all around. The streets are completely deserted. The only sign of life that you can see is across the street. There's a bakery, and obviously bakers are up early in the morning. And as you glance over there, you notice a curtain twitch.
Yeah, we go and investigate.
Let's
Can we
go and
send Plim to sneak around and try to sneak in and look through the curtains or look through the side or the back door or something?
Yeah, do you want
Or
to do
should
that?
we just go?
Is this the bakery curtain twitching?
Yeah, the curtain in the bakery
Okay.
twitches.
let's go and knock on the door and save city guards.
Okay.
Okay. So Lashana marches up to the door and bangs on the door. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
And you
City
hear a voice.
guards here,
you hear a
hello,
ma-
anyone?
You hear a male voice inside say, "We didn't see nothing. No, we didn't see a thing. No, we're going. No, we're not telling you anything. No, go away." You
Okay,
saw nothing.
Obviously terrified. Maybe
I
there's
feel
a creature in there with them.
don't
Yeah.
I have like charisma or something? No, I don't. I thought I had something that would persuade someone, but I don't really. Who's got the best charisma or
Well,
persuasion
you're not going to need that
skill?
actually, because
Yeah.
you hear a female voice at that point say, "Get out the way, you stupid man." And the door opens, and you see a youngish woman standing in front of you, who you recognize. It's you remember the baker from the first episode, whose dog Billy you saved.
Oh, yes. Gave us some cakes.
So when you open the door, you immediately recognize Billy, who is
Oh, the
around
dog.
the corner.
Oh.
And the woman standing in front of you says, "Don't these are those nice young men and women who saved Billy? Don't you remember?" And her husband looks a bit sheepish and says, "How can we help you?"
Okay, so ask them.
Okay.
So, say, well, something's gone on across the road. Did you see anything suspicious?
She says, "I did see something. I did see something. I was up here making my cakes, and I
Which
saw
were lovely, by the way.
this group of men. There was 3 or 4 of them, shifty-looking men. They just attacked the guard without warning.
Oh,
I didn't see what happened, but they pushed him inside the building. And then a horse and cart turned up, and they had 2 sort of giant bugs in the back in a wooden cage, and they shoved them into the armoury. They shoved them into the building, and they shut the door, and then they ran away."
oh. So there are people
Why
involved.
would they do that? Because they described the what was it? A cart? Did they say?
The cart, yeah.
Horse and cart, yeah.
A horse and cart. I wonder if we send somebody agile with good sight up on top of the building to look around and see if you can spy a horse and cart, because who's going to be out at this time of morning? So if we can hear or see them,
We
should we try
could
to-
ask the bakery if they noticed which
way did they
direction,
go? Which way did
Ask
they
them
go?
what, Lashana?
which direction the cart left in.
Or the men?
Well, she,
Did they see where it went?
yeah, they all went. She points in the direction that they all went in. She says it was quite a long time ago. It was about 15 minutes ago.
Do you think
Okay,
going
so we
up
should go
onto
that
the-
way. Anything else? Should I ask if there's
do we
anything
know
else
what
you
they were
think-
wearing?
Does she have
Well,
any other information she can
She
give
says
us? That
she,
thinks
she
might be
says she
useful?
does think she recognised them. She thinks some of them had been in her shop buying cakes. One of them in particular had taken a real liking to her
Were they all men?
cakes. Yeah. She thinks they were probably casing the joint and eating her cakes. And she says, I feel so guilty. I gave them lovely cakes and they were just casing the joint. Now she knows quite a lot of inside knowledge because she gets a lot of customers who come into her shop, and she could tell from their tattoos that they were members of the Purple Dragon Gang.
Oh,
Now you guys have heard of the Purple Dragon Gang. They're a group of petty criminals who not usually very organized. They're just a bunch of pickpockets normally, and petty criminals. Carrying out an organized attack like this on the city guard seems a little bit out of character.
Yeah, they've been turned into mercenaries for somebody with a higher agenda, I betcha.
The base.
Do I know anything? Do I know anything as a fellow thief?
No. Well, you're
does
about
she
to
know
get
where this group of people are living? Do we know where they're living?
well, she doesn't know where the gang. No, she doesn't know where the gang itself is based. But she's heard rumours that the city of Port Perro has recently had a new crime boss, a big boss who's organising all the small
Ooh.
gangs into one big gang.
Well, let's
I
go
do
and
have
investigate.
a little bit of information for you. She says, one time when they came in to eat my cakes, there was one of them who he was sort of trying to act as though he wasn't with them, but I could tell he was, and I recognised him because he's actually a bit of a local celebrity. He says, do you remember that escape dungeon competition that we had a few weeks ago?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was
the old guy from that.
he was the young wizard with the yellow beard. He was on the winning team of the escape dungeon.
Friends with the pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it possible that any of the men she saw could have been women?
No,
No, definitely men.
definitely.
So I think, what if
Validation.
she's the mastermind? And
Yeah,
that
she-
new
she
big
could
boss
be
of the
crime
crime.
boss, couldn't she? I bet she's the crime boss.
So what do we know about her? Where would she be based? We don't
On a
know. She
boat.
didn't mention where she was going.
No, we don't know anything. Anyway, so have we got all the information we can from her? We asked her, is there anything else she may be able to tell us that might be helpful?
Well, funnily enough, she has one little bit of information, which is that the young wizard with the yellow beard, she saw him again a couple of days ago, going into a house on Centaur Street.
Oh,
She
okay.
wondered if he lived there, perhaps.
Okay. Which house? Can
Could
you tell us which house it was?
Could you
Yes,
describe the house?
Number 9.
Number 9. Perfect.
So let's go there.
Let's go.
Well, let's head there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you arrive at Centaur Street, and you find the house locked and apparently empty.
Mm.
I'm going to knock on the door.
Do we want to knock and
there's
let them
no-
know we're there?
Tell them the city guard are outside. Can we speak
Okay.
to
Can
them?
So I'm
Can
going
I
to assume
pick the
Tim has
lock?
knocked on the door, and Theo says, "No, don't knock on the door," and tries to grab your hand, but it's too late. Nothing happens.
Has anything happened? Okay, I'm going to use my thief tactics to try and pick the lock or break in or find a window that's ajar or something.
Okay. Have you got any thieves' tools?
Not sure because they do have probable cause,
You told me I wasn't allowed
which we
them.
do not.
I wanted them, but you told me I wasn't allowed them. But I do have thief skills, and I can improvise with what I have got. Like
You got a hairpin? You could pick the lock.
Probably. Can I have a hairpin?
Yeah, you can have a hairpin. So give me a D20 then, and we'll see whether you can pick the lock.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you're not. You're going to need to break it down.
that's a shame.
Have
Okay.
you got an app?
Hmm?
What have we got to break it
An
down
app
with?
between us for the lock.
Well, you've got Lashana.
She's
And
super
Gil.
strong.
We're just gonna like barge it. We're just gonna
All
shoulder
right.
it.
Well, what have we got for? Do we have something for strength? No, we don't. Stealth.
You don't have to break
Okay.
it down. You know, you can. It's entirely up to you what you do, really.
Well,
I think
why don't
well,
we peek in the
Mum,
windows?
try-
Can we try
Just-
picking the door?
Just barge it with your shoulder or your foot
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Okay, go on then,
Barging
Lashana.
at the door?
Give me a D20.
I'm peeking in the windows while you're trying to do this to see
Yeah.
what,
Are there any
see
windows
if there's
that we can
anybody
put-
there.
6 plus 2.
Lashana bounces off the door and says, "Oh,
Are
it's,
there any
sturdier than that."
windows?
There are windows, yes.
Can I
You
investigate a window to see if I
look
can
through the
break into
window
a
and you see
window?
what seems to be a sitting room.
Can I break in through the window?
It's got bars on the window.
So we can't. Oh, can we? Is there a window in the door that we can break and reach our hand through and unlock it from the inside?
No, it's a solid wooden door.
I mean, I
Can
could
we-
throw a
can
flame
we
at it and
knock a
burn it down, but that
panel
could
out?
start a fire.
Well, you can try again to knock the door down. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Let's try
I'll
it
try
out.
it. I'll
Theo
give it a
could have
go.
go.
I'll give it a go. Oh, I've got a +2 strength. That might help. All right, what am I giving you? 20? Am
Yeah,
I
please.
a 14?
Well,
Plus
And
2.
I've got +2
2.
strength.
So Theo charges at the door with his shoulder, and the door splinters and opens up, and you can see inside. And you step through into a hallway
All right.
with a door leading off to it, which leads into the living room, the sitting room, which you've already seen through the window. And there's another door out the back, which is open, and you can see it leads into a sort of kitchen area. And there's some stairs going up.
Right. Why don't we split up and we'll give a holler. We'll explore and but like don't leave the house, and we'll give a holler if we see anything.
There might be more of those creatures in cages lying around in there somewhere. So just be careful.
They're not going to have them roaming around the house because then that would.
They're not roaming in cages. They arrived in cages, didn't they?
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and investigate the kitchen.
I'm going upstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
you step in.
I'll check out the other rooms on the ground floor.
Okay, so Theo, you find the sitting room. There's a fireplace. There's no fire in it at the moment. It doesn't feel warm. It doesn't feel as though it's been lit today. But you know, the house generally looks lived in. In the kitchen, it's a similar sort of thing. There's a bit of food lying around. It hasn't gone mouldy yet. It's starting to go a little bit maybe. It doesn't look as though anyone's been in there today, but perhaps over the last few days there has been. And Lashana, you walk up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, you find a door, which is, well, I don't know, do you want to try the handle or not?
Yes, please. I'll give it a
Look.
try. And I've got my shield and my sword.
Okay, the door's locked.
Okay, I'm going to try pushing it open.
Okay, did you want something, Glim?
I'm coming up to pick the lock for her
Oh, that's a good idea.
with my hairpin.
Very nice.
Are you
With your
ready?
one allotted hairpin.
All right. Go on, then give me a D20 then, Clem.
What do you want? Any pluses? What pluses would I need?
Okay, what you realise is that it's actually bolted from the inside.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm back to
So we just need to
original
break it down
plan.
again. We'll
We'll
just try knocking and seeing if there's anyone there first.
Yes, there's somebody obviously in there if it's bolted from the inside.
Mm.
So I'm going to shout, who's in there?
There's no reply.
Is there any scuffling or the sound that somebody might be tied up or chained up?
No.
Right,
No.
I'm
Okay, let's
going
break
to
the door
break
down.
it down.
Give me a D20 then, Lashana.
I hate damaging our constituents' houses. This isn't great for our reputation.
And
Lashana,
I'll have
Property
another go.
values.
I'm going to give it another go.
Lashana said, no, leave it. I've got this. I've got this. Have another go. Go on, then have another go. I don't know what the
Don't
rule
hurt
is.
yourself.
Just keep going until you eventually. Okay,
Let Theo do it.
You're gonna need a little bit of a rest. Theo, you've caught up now. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Theo's the expert at kicking indoors.
She is. She gets it
No,
done.
not this time. I got a 3.
What is
It's a
this
stubborn
made of?
door.
All right, so you all stand around. Plim, you haven't tried to kick the door in yet.
I'm not going to be able to kick the door. Well, go on then. I haven't got any special skills for that though.
Well, I can have another go.
Would you want a D20?
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Guys, we're
I'm
not doing so
going
hot
to
here.
do it again. 3rd time lucky. And then we,
I don't think I've
can we
got
not all
anything.
do it together? There you go. That's better.
You think you'd
Do
be
you have-
happy with that?
Not
Are you?
great.
you
It's
have
slightly
a-
better, but it's not so
Nope.
good.
Not
Do
good
you have a
enough.
strength? Do anything on your chart at the top in this top box? It should say strength.
Okay, so you're all going to have to need to sit down and have a bit of a rest. So
Okay.
you're all resting.
Right. So while we're doing this, let's
Just have
listen
a look
out.
around. Anything
Let's
else
see if we
interesting?
can-
If we look around.
The next, if you fail again, I'm going to give you 1 hit point damage for hurting your shoulder. If you fail again,
Yeah. Are there any other doors or just the one at the top of the
there's just
stairs?
this one door that you are unable to kick in.
All
And
right.
it's worth like having a look around to see if anything else is there worth noting.
Can
Looking in the
Plim shimmy
floors
up?
and the ceiling.
Um,
If we send you back outside, can you shimmy up the front of the house and then sneak in through the window and let us in or something?
Would that be possible, Stephen?
If,
Or in the bars up there as well.
you could try going outside and seeing if you could locate the window.
if we know
Okay.
there's a bolt on the door, we must be able to see.
Okay, I'm going to go
With
around.
that, could we not force something in there and break the bolt?
No, you can't see the bolt.
No?
I'm going downstairs and outside, and I'm going to
Okay.
see if it looks like I can get in through windows upstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
After a bit
Is
of
there anything to climb
going
up?
through the alleyways and things, you think you found the window that corresponds to the missing room, and it's boarded up
Ooh.
from the
Oh.
inside.
Okay. Well, we
Okay,
will
so
need
back to
to.
breaking down the
Start
door.
again.
Okay,
Is that-
great.
is that-
I'll take another go at it. All
All
right. Dang it! A 5 and a.
You've pulled a muscle in your shoulder and take 1 hit point damage.
All right.
Shana?
Yeah, here we go.
Are you sure you're rolling d20s?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's your plus?
13 plus 2.
Okay, finally, Lashana kicks the door in.
Hurrah!
And you hear a splintering as the bolt on the other side splinters, the housing splinters, and the door swings open to reveal what is clearly a study. And scattered around the room are lots of things which look as though there's something to do with magic. Now, obviously, you guys aren't really experts in magic, are you, Theo? You know a little bit about it, but it's not really your area. But yeah, there's sort of parchment with sort of spell extracts. There's lots of things in little jars that look as though there might be some sort of special material for spells. And there's a big sort of symbol, magic symbol, written on the floor in chalk, and another one on the wall.
what's the symbol look like?
Do you think he's magicked up or made these creatures himself? With magic?
What does the symbols look like?
Well, your untrained eye, they just look like magical. There's a circle. There's a magic circle with sort of strange symbolic writing written on it. It's not any of the languages that you're familiar with.
No.
Anything else in the way of other exits from the room, trapdoors,
Do you
stuff on
want
the
to give me what is it, Lashana?
It's very odd that the door's bolted from the inside. The window is boarded up from the inside.
Yeah.
You could have used magic to lock the door.
Is there a trap door in the floor or
Or an
could it be
invisibility spell?
invisible?
Could you each give me a d20 roll, please? Can't see
8.
yours. Okay, so as your eyes scan the room, Plim suddenly notices what appears to be a human foot under the desk, which appears to have been cut off just above the ankle.
Does it look like a wizard's foot? Is it like a fancy shoe that a wizard might wear? Or
It certainly could be.
is
it does have-
it actually being cut as in there's blood there, or is it cut as in someone's wearing
An
cloak of
invisibility cloak.
invisibility and hasn't put it on properly?
Do you want to go and have a look at it?
I know I'm going to get my bow and arrow ready, my crossbow, and I'm going to point it at him, and I'm going to say, "I can see your foot. Reveal yourself."
No, it's been cut off.
Oh,
So-
okay.
In fact, as you get closer and look at it, you realise it possibly been bitten off.
Oh, there's creatures.
Oh my gosh.
So
So there could,
you look around. There's quite a big room, so you look around to see whether there's any other creatures in the room. You can't see anything threatening. You can't see anything big enough to have eaten a human. The only thing you can see, which is of any size at all, is a large chest up against the wall.
Oh, something must be in there.
yeah, there
Can
must
we
be
I'm going
something
to knock
there.
on the chest. I'm going to knock on the chest and see if
Locked
anything.
from the inside. Something else must be going on in there, unless he's hiding in there.
I'm going to knock on the chest in case there's a creature. I
Right.
want to know if it's going to move.
Plim goes up and knocks on the chest. As soon as she touches the chest suddenly comes to life and
Just comes to-
turns into a sort of blob-like creature and swings out to hit out at Plim.
Oh, heck nah. There we go again.
What's your armor class, Plim?
15.
So this large appendage hits you in the side for 5 damage, and you realize as it hits you that it's really sticky. It's like it's made of glue. It's like it's glued itself to you, and you realize that it's sort of caught you and you're going to struggle to get free. And then the chest opens itself up and reveals a huge row of teeth and prepares itself to bite you.
Oh my goodness, can I
right.
throw my spear at it?
Could you all roll for initiative, please?
Okay, I think that we should, Lashana, you should try to go grab
Oh
Plim
my
off,
goodness.
and I will throw fire at it because it's wooden.
Ooh, good point.
So I will throw fire at it while you go try to grab Plim, because I don't want to set Plim on fire. That would be bad.
Right,
Okay.
okay. I've got Flynn. I've got my hands on her. Dragging her away.
But be careful not to get stuck yourself.
What was your score, Lashana?
9.
What's your plus?
Oh, mine.
Yeah.
I didn't do one.
Oh,
I
could you
thought
give
it
me
was
a
just
d20?
the other 2. 19.
Right, so you're first. Okay.
So I'm going to throw my spear at it.
Right. Give me a d20, please.
Aim for the tongue bit rather than the wood bit.
7 plus 2.
Well, actually, you're plus 3, actually.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh yes, for my spear. That's right. No, I'm 4 for my spear because that hasn't got a minus.
that's only on a melee. If you're using it as a ranged weapon,
All right.
throwing it, then a plus 3.
Okay. Just 10.
So I'm afraid it glances off. It doesn't do it any damage. Now, Plim, you're stuck to the creature, so you need to do. Give me a d20 to see if you can escape. You're being grappled. Apparently, this is the first time we've used grappling in D&D.
Okay.
First time ever, in fact, because it wasn't in it when I used to play. back in
I got a 1, but I get to re-roll.
Go on, then roll again.
14. Do you want any
Nice.
pluses?
Now you need to roll twice, actually. Even so, you re-rolled the one, but you've got disadvantage to escape. So you need to roll again. I'm afraid you're still stuck to it, which means you can't attack.
Can I
Theo?
not use any of my
Okay.
cunning actions like disengage or
No.
hide? Can I
No,
hide
because
from them?
you're stuck to it. You're
I
trying
know,
to
but I just
escape the
pretend I'm not
grapple.
there.
Right. So if I throw fire at it, that could hurt Plim as well. So I'm going to throw my spear at it.
No, fire. You got to use fire because my mum's spear hit and it didn't do any damage. It just bounced off.
But that was only
Right,
because
okay.
it wasn't a very good roll. I only
No, I think it still hit. But I
But
think
it
you're
hit,
right
but
to
it
use fire.
bounced.
I can take the fire. Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh,
I can cure wounds if you get hurt. So I say, sorry, Plim, watch out. And I chuck my sacred flame at it.
what about your bolt? Your
Can I
fire
use-
bolt?
Actually, that's a good point. If I do the guiding bolt, it says a flash, but see,
You
that's
can
just a flash of
direct it.
light.
Yeah.
It's not flame,
Yeah.
it's light.
Can I use my cunning action dodge to dodge Bailey's flame?
You can't do anything because you're
You're
grappled.
stuck.
Okay.
If I've
Okay, go for
understood
it,
the
Bailey.
grappling rules correctly, and there's a very good chance I haven't. Then,
Go for it, Bailey.
Can
what?
we clarify what the guiding bolt is? It says a flash of light streaks toward the creature of your choice. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage,
Yeah.
and the next attack roll made it. But is it light? Is it lightning? Is it flame?
Yeah,
Would it
sort
work
of,
against
yeah.
wood?
I sort of like a flash of bolt of lightning sort of thing. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Okay, well, let's go for that. Let's throw the guiding bolt. And it also says at higher levels, when you cast the spell using a spell slot of second level or
Yeah,
higher,
but
the
that
damage
doesn't apply.
increases. But we're not level 2.
Yeah, but that's not higher levels.
Oh, but
Does
we're
it-
higher
sorry,
than
what is it-
1.
Sorry, what does it say?
It says level 2.
At higher levels, when you cast the spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, the damage increases by 1d6 for each slot level above first.
No, you're using a first level spell slot.
Okay. Okay,
So if you give me
So-
a d20,
I will indeed do that.
Make it a good one, Bailey.
All right. 12.
Ooh,
and you get +5. Okay,
Do.
your lightning bolt hits it full on. Could you give me 4d6, please? So give me a d6 4 times and add them up, please.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, a total of 16.
16 damage. Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
And the next attack has an advantage as well. As long as it's still
Yes,
within
so
our
I'm going to roll for
turn.
its saving dice. It has saved, so you don't have advantage on the next one.
Okay.
And now the creature is going to bite Theo.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
not Theo,
Why is it attached to me?
Plim, sorry. I meant to say Plim.
Oh.
Get you all confused because they're not your real name.
And she's still stuck to it.
Yes. Now this could be awkward, couldn't it? This one.
Well, I'm going to go with my sword, my long sword, before it bites her.
No,
Don't
it's
do that. You've
not your
used your
turn.
turn.
It's its turn.
Oh.
I'm going to roll the dice. It might miss. It might miss. What's your armor class?
15.
15. Right. Okay, it's missed. You managed to twist away and avoid. It got a 4. I should have shown you. I should have the thing as well. But you managed to twist away and avoid the teeth. So
Can I
Lashana,
have
we're
a
back to you.
refresher as well and just ask about my resistance cantrip? What is that something I can only use for me?
It's something
can
that's something you should really cast before you get into combat, I think. I mean, you can.
Okay.
I don't know. We could look at it. What's it called? Resistance.
Resistance. I didn't know if that's like it's like a bubble of protection I put around myself, but it's an unlimited use. So couldn't I just do that before? Oh, but that would use up one of my turns.
Your turn.
Gotcha.
Resistance. So if the target has to make a saving throw, then the target can have an advantage, have an extra benefit to that. So it doesn't really apply here
Okay.
because no one's making any saving throws.
Okay. Thank you.
Lashana, what would you like?
Yes. Is Suzanne, is Flem still stuck
Flem.
to this creature?
She's still stuck to it, yes.
So I'm going in with my long sword and my shield.
Okay. Could
Can
you
she
give me a
aim?
D20, please?
Ma'am, be careful you don't get stuck.
I've
Ma'am.
got 15 plus.
All right. Okay. You hit. Could you give me a D8, please?
This is where it comes down.
Three plus 3, so you've done 6 damage. Okay, it roars in pain as you hit it with the sword. Plim, your turn, I think.
What are my options? Do I have to try and
You're going to try
wiggle free?
yeah, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to escape, you're going to need to do a DC 13 escape check. So you need to get higher than 13 on a D20, but you need to do that twice in a row.
Have you not got a knife?
Do I not have any like advantages because of my dexterity?
Yes.
Or
Yes, your dexterity is plus
plus
3.
3?
So you need to get bigger than 10 twice in a row.
And
Oh, I'm afraid you're still stuck to it.
Dang. Okay.
Hit it with some more fire, Bailey.
Theo.
Is it my go? All right. Is my guiding bolt, was that a single use magic?
Yes, but you do have 2 spells, don't you? Or you have more than
I
one
get
spell.
3.
3 spells.
And that was my first one of
Yes.
using.
So you can do another one.
So I think yeah, let's do that again. Let's do another one of those.
All right, give me a D20 then.
16.
Okay, you've hit it again with your guiding bolt. Could you give me again 4d6, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 11.
Okay, it roars in pain and clearly staggers and is now looking. Well, as much as a chest with teeth can look frightened, it is looking a little bit frightened. It's starting to stagger around a little bit, and it makes a half-hearted attempt to bite Plim.
oh,
What did I say it needed again? I've forgotten.
13 or more twice.
If it's really injured, it might
That
find
was
it
what
harder to
Plim
bite.
needs, right?
Plim manages to avoid the teeth again.
Excellent.
Good girl, Plim. All right.
Lashana.
I'm going in with my sword. He's on his last legs.
Does
My
her
long
attack
sword.
have advantage? Did the creature roll a saving throw
It did. It
Off
did
my-
roll. Oh, hang on, we had to do that again, didn't we? Yes.
off my guiding bolt?
It did. It did save again. Sorry. Yes.
Dang it. All right.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Got an 18. Lashana, could you have a? Lashana attacks with a sword and misses. Plim, could you try to escape again, please?
Can I do like a backflip using my acrobatic score, which is +5, instead of my dexterity, which is +3?
You can try to do acrobatics once you've escaped, but in order to escape, you're going to need to roll 10 twice in a row.
Yes.
1.
Yes.
Okay, you managed to pull yourself free, and
And then do backflip.
now you can have your second action.
Oh.
You get a second
So-
action. I can't remember how it works with you now.
Well, no, I get a second action. Well, yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna either dash or dodge, just so
Okay,
that I'm like
you're going to stagger
away
to the
from
back
it.
of the room.
I'm gonna move out of reach of it and get my
Alright.
crossbow out just in case I'm gonna be needed. But I probably
Fair
won't
enough.
have another turn because it's nearly dead.
And Theo, what are you going to do?
Now that Plim's not there and the danger is not quite as imminent, I'm going to throw a sacred flame at it
Okay.
because that one's free.
Good job.
The flames hit it, and what damage does it do?
1d8,
Could you roll a d8, please?
5. Does
flames
that also
hit it.
count as +5s for magic spell, or is that only on my
It's okay.
level 1 spells?
It's okay, we've got it. It had 5 hit points left. As the flames hit it, it screams its dying breath and shrivels up. into a little ball and lies there
Excellent.
dead.
Excellent.
So that's what ate our wizard. I wish we could have asked it questions.
We think the
before we
wizard's been
killed it,
eaten?
but-
No, the wizard hasn't been eaten, has it?
well, its foot looked like it was
Does the
bit
foot
off.
look like it was the wizard's foot?
Yeah,
So the wizard must have conjured it. Or
Locked
wonder-
himself in the
wonder if-
room.
Yeah.
Unless he staged it to make it look like he's dead, but he's not. I'm going to
That's
investigate the
true.
foot. Is it really a human or humanoid foot, or could the foot be fake?
yeah. It's the foot is consistent with the theory that a large chest with teeth
Has
bit into a human and swallowed all of it apart from the foot, and then
I wonder if
crawled
we
off to the
look
other side to wait for its next victim. So
if we
we're
look
at the
around
end.
the room,
We're
we've
we're
still
at the
got the
end.
symbols.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is there anything useful in the room?
We're
that
at
we
the,
can-
we're at the end. We're at the
should
end.
we take
now.
books of take pictures of the
And-
symbols or anything? No, okay.
Any
What-
Can we
swords
still-
lying
Where-
around?
We're at the end now, and
Stop.
I'll just skip to the bit where I've assumed you've searched the room, and the other guards have turned up, and you've all had a good look around and figured out what's been going on, and people who understand magic have come and looked at it, and what you discover is that the papers reveal that let's call him Yellowbeard has recently been recruited by somebody calling themselves the Nameless One to head up the Purple Dragons and undermine the city guards as much as possible. And as Theo suggested, he has in fact been either summoning or teleporting or having creatures sent to him, possibly, which he's then been using to attack the guards. And his next plan apparently was to install this creature.
Chest.
Sorry?
The chest.
Yes, which was it's called a mimic. His plan was to install that in the guards' barracks,
Oh my goodness.
but that didn't go according to plan.
No,
He
it
got eaten
didn't.
instead.
He got stabbed. So why did he want to fight the gods?
Because he's
Oh,
been
we don't know that.
recruited by the Nameless One to do that.
Mm.
Mm,
The Nameless One, who's
very good. They're all been so different, haven't they?
They have. Do we need to make notes? Like I still have a -1 on my armor class off brushing
Okay.
up against a giant flea.
yeah, sure. I'm going to assume that between now and your next adventure, your weapons are all replaced.
Okay.
And you can go back
And,
to
and we can also use our potion of healing, those that took hit points.
You don't need to use a potion, you just sleep,
Yeah.
rest.
Theo used her potion, but
I did.
the rest of you, no, you don't need to use your potion. You just need to rest. That's fine.
Right, okay.
So that's
Are
it.
we going
Got
to
there
get
now. Was
ready?
that? Did we do that in less than an hour? I think we might have done.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it couldn't have been
Just
far.
about.
It's
All right,
just
thanks,
yeah,
everyone.
20
I'm gonna
past
stop
and we
recording
spoke for a while at the beginning. So yeah,